Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो मारी राय. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. देखो सुनो मत बोलो. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक. किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो. ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना. Who asked you? Live at zero complaint level. मौज में रहो, be happy. Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara. Guru Sakshat Param Brahma. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. When we learn something in our life, and if we do not practice whatever we have learned, it becomes only a burden of erudition and scholarship. Whatever we learn, we must practice. Okay? Like the, don't play with that. So, like you must have seen the children for the first time when they learn ABCD, then they want to practice it, and they practice also. They go with their mom in the market or in a shopping place, and there is a big board. Mom, wait. I can read English. B-A-T-A. See, I can read. Whatever he has studied, he is practicing it. Applying it. Practicing means applying it. So we have learned this thing. Tattatra suryo bhati na chandra tarakam nema vidyuto bhati kuto yam agnihi tameva bhantam anubhati sarvam tasya bhasa sarvam idam vibhati. You have learned it. Now apply. How do we apply this knowledge? So, there are three persons. First person singular, second person singular and plural, third person singular and plural. In the first person singular, there is no plural. What is the second person singular? Thou. Plural, you. And it continues to be the second person. Third person, he. Plural, they. But they continue to be the third person. The first person singular, I. What is the plural of I? We. Includes everything. If I is not there, you or they are not there. So simple. Therefore, all the problems start from I. But what is our problem? Our problem is, I am miserable because of him, because of her, and we try to improve others. Swamiji, he doesn't understand me. Have you understood yourself? See, friends, when it is said, Tasya bhasa sarvavidam vivati, In his light only everything is illumined. What is that? Because of whom everything is? Because of this first person singular. Therefore, instead of asking why, ask who. Who is disturbed? Who is miserable? Then you will come to discover at the root of every thought, every misery or joy, there is somebody. Evaluate. Is that somebody real? Can we be husband, wife, brother, father 24 hours? We cannot be. Only when we are identified with the body, we become that. When we are not identified, we are no more there. But we continue to exist. So that which is supporting the presence and absence of everything is the meaning of this. Tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. But we have to practice it. And when you are practicing, you will have difficulties, no doubt. Without difficulties, you cannot learn. So what are the difficulties? Difficulty is, see, Swamiji, I tell them, but they don't understand. Have you understood? Never try to change the world. We have to change ourselves. And that change will be, we will not suffer because of anything, and nobody will suffer because of us. But if somebody still suffers because of us, then that is his problem, not your problem. Don't try to solve somebody else's problem. In one college, probably medical college somewhere, I was having my talks. And I was playing with my beard while talking. After the talk, one student, she said, Swamiji, why are you playing with your beard? I said, are you jealous? कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे, people will say something or the other. Don't get carried away by all what they say. So somebody says, you are great. No, I wasn't making fun. Don't get carried away by that. You must know what you are. See? We don't depend on the certification of others. What we are, we know very clearly. Now, after having discovered this, then in the 11th mantra, the teacher says, Brahmai Vedam Amrutam Purastad Brahma Paschat Brahma Dakshinataha Uttarena Adascha Urdvam Cha Prasrutam Brahmaiva Idam Vishwamidam Varishtham. This also I told you is a reference to the prayer of Arjuna in 11th chapter of Gita. Same thing. Brahma Eva Idam Amrutam. This undeniable reality is Brahman. Where Purastat in the front, Paschat back, Dakshinataha on the right, Uttarataha on the left, Adha below, Urdhva above, and Prasrutam Brahmaividam. Everything is the expansion of the same Brahman. But if we understand it properly and work on it, what will happen? We will try to apply this with some example. So, space is in front of me, space is behind me, space is on my right, space is on my left, space is above, space is inside also. Therefore, I am in the space. So when the contents of the space are destroyed, space remains the same. Now this, work on it. Any object which is included in our mind, that alone exists for us. So this object is included in my mind. So I know this object. So The object is included in the mind, and I who is knowing, he is also the same mind. So the known and the knower are in the same mind. Therefore, the body is in the mind is not in the body. These are very deep thought. Be very attentive. When we sleep, that time also the mind is. It is because of this mind only the life is maintained in the body. But in the deep sleep, we are not identified with the body. The mind is not identified with the body, and yet we continue to exist. Then what happens to this I? What happens is how the life is contained. Now be attentive. See, individual mind is holding on to the shape of the body. Like this bottle, my hand is holding on this bottle. And if I have to write something and I don't want to leave it somewhere, rest I forget. So I keep the bottle also in the hand and put the pen and start writing. So my hold on this body, on this bottle, will have influence on my handwriting, is it not? So simple. But if my hand is free, then original handwriting will come. Exactly the same way. When the mind is holding on to the body identification, all the thinking will be with reference to the body. Mind cannot think without reference. Reference is required. Suppose I tell you, think. What do you say? Think about what? Reference is required. And what is the reference? Whatever we have given importance to, that becomes the reference. As much you think about your wife, I don't think about your wife. Because for you, that is an issue. For me, no problem. How simple it is. So what happens? When the mind is identified with the body, the thoughts are pertaining to the body. And when in the deep sleep, the mind is disidentified with the body, therefore no thoughts. Even in the dream, no thought with reference to body. You eat a lot and sleep, and in that sleep, you get a dream. You are extremely hungry and suffering from hunger. You ate so much in the waking, and again in the dream, you have got hunger. So the pranamaya kosha, where the hunger is, where is that? The pranamaya kosha of the waker and the pranamaya kosha of the dreamer. No connection. Think, friends, it's not difficult. So then what happens to the mind? Individual mind merges with the total mind. This is a hall space. When these hall walls are dismantled, what will happen to this space? Nothing will happen. It will merge with the total. Do you mean when the walls are there, this space is not with the total? Think. And in this small hall, if there is some fragrance, it will be permeating everywhere. If there is something dirty smell, it will go everywhere. In the total space, then the whole world rot, no smell. Exactly. When our mind is with one particular body, thinking will be with reference to that. In the deep sleep, the mind drops the body and merges in its infinite form. And this is the infinite mind, the one mind. which is responsible for maintaining life and all the functions of the life when we are in deep sleep. Digestion continues, blood circulation continues, metabolism continues, heartbeat continues. Who does that? That is the total mind. So, what is the spiritual practice? Get out of the individual mind and merge in the total mind. So, what I have to do? Break the walls and let the individual space merge in the total space. Do I have to do that? I don't have to break anything. I don't have to commit suicide. I don't have to take drinks and drugs so that individual mind merges with it. No, 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 no. Only know that the inside outside is the game that the individual mind is playing. From the total mind point of view, there is no inside outside because everything is in me. I am not in anything. Therefore, look at the world from the absolute standpoint and not from the relative standpoint. Therefore, this is the technique. What it is like, I am Brahman. Therefore, in the front, back, etc., has no meaning for me. This vision, once you develop, you get everywhere the same message. All that I am telling you is not from books. Our Swamiji has got a beautiful aquarium in his house. So, when I was looking, what I saw, the fish is in the water. Now, what is the position of the water? When the fish moves here and there, does it create a tickling to the water? When we add few more fish, is it a burden to the water? When we remove all of them, is it a problem to the water? Is it not our experience? Whether you are 20 or 200, 2000 or nobody, does it make any difference to my vision? So you are in my vision, but my vision is not contaminated by your presence and absence. When it gets contaminated, then I like this, I like that. See, my friends, therefore, this is the simple practice. When the mind is identified with the body, it will be holding on to the forms or the shapes. Therefore, as I told you, mind cannot survive without name and form. So, if we want to dissolve the individual mind in total mind, then this is the technique. Give absence of names or absence of form as an object of contemplation for the mind. Forms are seen. So sit in your house, in your room, absolute darkness, so much that you can't see your own hand, and then keep your eyes open. Nothing can be seen because darkness. Eyes cannot operate in darkness. Then seeing is happening, but there is nothing to see. Therefore, seer is not born. That is the total mind. This will not happen to a dead body, because a dead body is that where even the total mind has disappeared. This total mind is called as the principle of life. All the great masters, they live in the total mind. We live in the individual mind. And therefore I versus you. This is the meaning. Brahma, Purastad, Paschat Brahma, Dakshinataha, Uttarena, Adha, Urdhvam, Prasrutam, Brahma eva idam Vishwam. Friends. So everything is in me, Bhagavad Gita. Maya tatamidam sarvam jagadavyaktamurtina masthani sarvabhutani na chaham teshvavastitaha na cha masthani bhutani pashyame yogameshwaram bhuta bhrunna cha bhutastaha mamatma bhuta bhavana. The ocean says, Maya tatamidam sarvam avyaktamurtina. Ocean doesn't have a particular shape or form. But all the waves have got a biography. They are born, they grow, they fight, they die. So they are in me, but I am not in them. When the waves are born, ocean is not born. When the waves fight, ocean doesn't fight. When the waves die, nothing happens to ocean. But they cannot remain without the ocean. Therefore, they are in me, but I am not in them. But to be very frank with you, neither they are with me nor I am with them. Because you are seeing the water and you are labeling that water as waves and an ocean. It is your fault. See, my friends. Therefore, from the water standpoint, if you look, there are no waves, there are no effects. Just now we heard Dakshinamurti. Vishwam pashyati karya karanadaya swaswami sambandataha. Wherever there is cause and effect, samsara is created. What is samsara? Shishyacharyataya tathaiva pitruputradhyatmana bhedataha. Guru, Shishya, the father, the son. When IT father was scolding his digital son, in Java language. So, I gave you birth and you behave like this. So the digitally downloaded child said, Dad, enough is enough. What? Who told you? You gave me birth. I gave you birth. Now the father started shaking. Now what is coming out of this Rakshasa, we do not know. Who called you dad before my birth? So the father is because of the son or the son is because of the father. Karya karana mithya. See friends, the day you recognize these simple principles of life, you will not make prestige issue out of anything. See, all the husband and wives which fight is only because of that. They are unable to drop their stupidity. How can they drop? Because of that only they got married. Therefore, everything is in me, but I am not disturbed by anything. Then we enter the Tritiya Mundaka. Here the Jiva is explained in short. Dva Suparna Sayuja Sakhaya Samanam Vruksham Parishashvajate Tayoranya Pippalam Swadu Atti Anashnan Anyo Avichakashiti. On the tree, on the same branch, there are two birds. Sayuja Sakhaya, they are always together and they are exactly like each other. Like the twins. Then, Parishashva Jate, they are holding on to each other so firmly, they can't be separated. Then, Tayo Anyaha Pippalam Swadu Atti. Between the two, one is perching on the fruits of that tree. And if the fruit is good, aha. If the fruit is bitter, hoo. And the other bird, he is not perching on any fruit. Abhicha Kashiti, he is happy like that. This is our story. On the tree, our body is the tree. And on this body, there are two birds, Jiva and Paramatma. The Jiva is the one who is perching on the fruits of this body tree, joy, sorrows, gain, loss, friend, enemy. These are the fruits of the body identification for the Jiva. So he is suffering, enjoying whatever. And other, the Paramatma, he is not interested in anything. Now see, the day you recognize this principle which I told you so many times, real spiritual practice is go through all experiences, good and bad, but do not become an experiencer. An experiencer is an illusion. And for that, few techniques. First of all, don't talk about your past. Past belongs to the body, not to you. But all the time, जाने कहाँ गए वो दिन, वो भी गए भाड़ में, तुम भी जाओ. Try, my friends. Just don't bring the past in the present. The net result is you don't have any memory problem. Because I don't remember. I am practicing what I am telling you. I don't remember anybody's name or anything. See? But sometimes I feel I should at least, not be so bad. So one lady I told, I said, Mama, where did I see you? I don't remember. Swamiji, I am meeting you for the first time. Caught. Take life lightly. Don't become serious. All these husbands and wives who fight, they are dumb of the highest order. Don't fight. So, man is Paramatma, husband is Jivatma. Woman is Paramatma, wife is Jivatma. Now these birds are fighting. Which birds? Jivatma. The man and the woman never fight. What they have done? Mistake. What mistake? Got married. So suffer for your mistake. See, friends. And then what will they do? See, this I tell you is so important to understand. One girl came and asked me this thing. This happened in Germany. After my retreat was over, she came. And she said, Swamiji, you should have come in my life at least 10, 15 years before. I said, even then I would not have married you. No, not for that purpose. I would not have divorced 3 times. I said, okay, now you answer my question. My question is, first time married, the couple is W1H1, divorce. Second time married, W2H2, divorce. Third time married, W3H3. Now the question is, W1 is equal to W2 is equal to W3 is equal to what? Where the first wife has gone, where the second wife has gone, where the third wife has gone. Is the third wife a summation of the first 2? Where they have gone? These non-existing entities are suffering in life. How can you help them? They have to help themselves. See, friends, this is the meaning of Upanishad. Go through experiences, good and bad. If you become experiencer, you are a jiva. You go through the experiences, but don't become experiencer. Then play the natak, drama. See? Therefore, I told you in many techniques, when you come from outside, don't enter the house in a cheerful, happy mood. You will be suspected. इसको मिल क्या है? See? Therefore, recognize you don't suffer. You are divine. Insist. Don't tell others. Inside. The net result will be you will be always relaxed. Otherwise, all the time tense. You know, the tabla, it is tightened only at the time of playing. You cannot keep the tabla tightened all the time. In the same manner, दिमाग हमेशा टाइट करके मत रखो, relax. See? And when you keep the tabla tightened all the time, it loses its charm. Exactly the same way. Don't take life too seriously. Then what they will do? Okay, I'll get married to someone else. Then what? आकाश से टपके खजूर पे लटके. You have to change. If you cannot change, nobody can help you in life. See, friends, it is easier to deal with the known enemy than to deal with the unknown friend. Therefore, don't have the wrong notion. Your spiritual practice is that only. Now, samane vrukshe purusho nimagnaha anishaya shochati muhyamanaha jushtam yada pashyati anyamisham asya mahimanam iti vita shokaha. Samane vrukshe purusho nimagnaha. Now, in the same tree, the jiva is so much suffering as somebody. Then, anishaya shochati muhyamanaha. And he start feeling very low about himself. I am so unfortunate. See, other people get married, they get such a nice wife and nice husband. But why I am getting like this? Anishaya. Friends, please remember, we are squarely responsible for everything that happens in our life. Stop blaming anybody in this world. That is the purpose of studying scriptures. One man came to me and told, Swamiji, I am so fed up of my wife, she is torturing me. What should I do? I said, throw her away, get married. No, I can't, because she is the earning member. Then what is to be done? I said, I have got solution only one, not jadoo. Only one solution. Think properly. Avichara kruto bandaha vicharena nivartate. All problems are because of incomplete thinking. Now what is there to think? I said, look here, do you know why she is torturing you? In the last life, you have tortured her and she has done Karwa Chauth. He will not leave you. Next 7 lives. Oh, Swamiji, yes. But now what can be done? If you want to avoid her as a wife in the next life, now onwards, start behaving properly with her. Then what will happen? Your mind will be at peace. Be very attentive. When your mind is at peace, then only you can think. When your mind is disturbed, you don't think, you react. Thinking and reaction, both are thoughts. See? Unwanted thinking is an ugly scar on the mind. And contemplative thinking is a way to the divinity. So I told you, learning is the spiritual practice, one of my learning. When I do the ironing clothes, here Swamiji is doing for me, so I am very happy. So when I do the ironing, then here I learned. Those wrinkles bring the ugliness on the surface of the cloth. Then we move the iron, all wrinkles gone. So find out where they are gone. Like there is leftover on the table, we remove. You can see, oh, this was the leftover on the table. Wrinkles, when you move the iron, where they are gone, find out. They are gone nowhere. They only appear. Then, when you have to keep the clothes after ironing properly, then you properly and make the crease. See? The crease is also a wrinkle. But one wrinkle, crease, adds beauty to the cloth. Exactly the same way. Reaction are the ugly things on our mind. Contemplation is also a thought. But it is not our fault. It is manufacturer's defect. Our parents never taught us how to think. Our teachers never taught us. They themselves don't know. Therefore, satsanga is the only way by which you can correct yourself. It is not for correcting others. Others are wonderful. See? Therefore, samane vrikshe purusho nimagnaha nishaya. Don't have that low opinion about you. Papoham papa karma. Go to hell next. See, friends. Anishaya, then shochati, and therefore that jiva is all the time frustrated, depressed, dejected. Do you know the secret behind it? If I walk straight away here, nobody will bother. But I want people to give me attention. So what I will do while walking, oh God, oh, Swamiji, what about Swamiji? If you do it first, why will I do this? All those who are miserable, they are seeking attention. And those who seek attention, they are strong egos. See? These are the facts of life. Therefore, never ask an old person about his or her health. Because they are seeking attention. You ask them, how is your life, uncle, going on? Beta, jinda hai. Maro. Don't seek pity from anybody. You are divine. Okay? Anishaya, don't have self-pity. This is what Arjuna says. Karpanya dosho pahata svabhavaha prachami tvam dharma samudha jeta. Karpanya dosha is self-pity. Because of this self-pity, apata svabhavaha, I have forgotten my divine nature. See? Amritasya putra. Anisha, because muyamanaha, because we are deluded by this wrong thinking that I am the only miserable person in this world. Another husband, same problem. So I told him, I said, hey, think properly. What is there to think? She is torturing. I said, yes, think properly. What is that? Tell me first. Husband is a common noun or a proper noun? Swamiji, are you a teacher? I said, don't argue. Answer or go to dogs. Okay. Husband is a common noun. Yes. Every husband in the world is miserable. You are also common noun. If it is a proper noun, then there is a problem. See, all of us see with our eyes. Is it a problem? No. Every husband is miserable. Where is the problem? Really, Swamiji? Huh? Then it's okay. Everything changed. Look at the world with the eye of wisdom. You will never be miserable in this world. See? But small little thing, muyyamanaha, self-pity. Then, jushtam yada pashyati anyamisham. And when the same jiva looks at his own source, essentially, who am I? See, jushtam yada pashyati anyam isham. Then, asya mahimanam iti vita shokaha. Then he comes to know, yeah, the one who is miserable is the husband. But am I husband 24/7? No. Only when in front of the wife I am husband. So they are behave like a husband. How? Don't talk. But if she talks, you keep quiet. Like yesterday I told you, cut, don't cut, cut, don't cut, cut, don't cut. Relax. Don't get lost in this world. Mahimana Vita Shokaha. And when you discover you are being a man and not a husband, or when you discover you being the divine and not the devil, everything will change. Do not justify you are miserable in life. Don't justify. Yada pashyate rukmavarnam kartaramisham purusham brahmayonim tada vidvan punya pape vidhuya niranjanaha paramam samyam upayati. Yada pashyate rukmavarnam. When the jiva comes to discover his divine nature, when the husband comes to know that first I am a man and then I am a husband. So who is miserable is not the man. How important it is. When the vision goes, nothing happens to the mind. When the mind sleeps, as in anesthesia, etc., nothing happens to the eye. I continue to exist. This is our essential nature. Yada pashyate rukma varnam kartaramisham purusham brahmayoni. This reality has taken various forms. Earth is one, water is one, fire is one, air is one, space is one, mind is one, life is one, Paramatma is one. That one space becomes many, north, east, west, south, because of the reference of the sunrise. How simple it is. The more you think in such a manner that you do not justify your miseries. So yada pashyate rukma varnam kartaramisham purusham brahmayonim, then tada vidvan punya pape vidhuya. Then he goes beyond the sin and merit. This is what Bhagavan said. Sukha dukkhe same krutva labha labho jaya jayo tato yuddhayo yujjasva naivam papam avapsasi. What is the papa? This is the papa. Punya pape vidhuya. There is no only sin and there is no only merit. Sin and merit, joy and sorrows, everything is existing in complementary opposites. Friends, this is how the world is. Accept it gracefully or accept it compulsorily. Now all of you have come here. Now those of you who have come on your own gracefully, you will be enjoying. And those who are tied down with a lead, chalo na, chiga. Then that fellow will all the time is going and this fellow is becoming garam and garam. See, friends, it is in your hands whether you celebrate life or calibrate life. So, tada vidvan punya pape vidhuya. The wise man goes beyond sin and merit. Then, niranjanaha paramam samyam upayati. Then, he merges in his divine being. Presently, who is expressing through me? The husband. Now, husband dissolved in the man. Now, who is expressing through me? The man. Then dissolve the man. Who is expressing through me? A jiva. Dissolve the jiva. Who is expressing through me? The Paramatma. That's it. Paramam samyam upayati. Now, hereafter, the teacher gives the life of such a great master. Prano hesha yas sarva bhutai vibhati vijanan vidwan bhavate nativadi atma kridaha atmarati kriyavan esha brahma vidan varishtaha. See, prano hesha yas sarva bhutai vibhati. The same Paramatma is in everything and being. When I look at a girl, this small girl, I look at her somebody else. But when her own mother looks at the same child, perceptions are different. What is the perception? Perception is, she is my extension. In the same manner, for the wise man, the whole world is my extension. See, friends, left and right hands are different. But for me, they are one and the same. Meaning, perception of differences is not the issue. When differences are perceived, and on the basis of that, if we start differentiating, then the issues begin. My daughter and my daughter-in-law. For that lady, both are girls. But then my daughter is so annoying. तुम्हारे घर में बताते नहीं क्या? Who can help them? See, friends, therefore, studying scriptures means change your vision. All the problems are in this myopic vision. We go to the doctors, and eye doctors diagnose myopia. We are also a myopia patient, myopia. And therefore, what is not is seen. What is not seen. So what the doctors do? They do not give us vision. They help us in adjusting the focal length because our eye muscles have become weak. Exactly the same way. Scriptures, Mahatmas don't make us divine. We are divine. Then what the Satsanga does? Satsanga helps us to change your focal length. Everything is clear. And what is the disease? For the doctors, myopia. Our same myopia. And what is the Maya disease we are suffering from? Whatever I see through my eyes, that only I believe. If I have not seen, I will not believe in God. This is myopia. Then for that, go to satsang. And then our foolishness will be brought to our notion. Yeah, भाई इतना बेवकूफ था नहीं अभी और है. Friends, the day you discover this, here it is said, Vidwan na bhavate nativadi. Now how do we know we are abiding in the truth? We are not ativadi. Ativadi means obsessed. Duragrahi. Whatever I say, that alone is right. See? Many people put lots of anguti, isn't it? This stone, that stone, one stone or other stone. All those graha will not trouble you as much. Your duragraha is troubling you. Remove that duragraha. See? But we are so obsessed with the things. Therefore, bhavate nativadi. Don't be insisting on anything. Life becomes easy. You know the highest freedom? Highest freedom is don't take a position where you have to make decisions. क्या करना है? उठो, उठ गए, over. But why should I get up then? Maro. Learn, these are the basics of life. See? Bhavate nati vadi. Then, who is he? Atma Krida. He is happy with himself. Then, Atmarati, he is reveling in him, his own being. Meaning not getting bored. यार बहुत बोर हो रहा हूँ, चलो जाते. Why? If I am bored of somebody, I can go away. If I am bored of myself, जाऊँ तो जाऊँ कहाँ? बाढ़ में. Atmarati and Kriyavan. Then his life is an expression of the divinity and not somebody. So he is Esha Brahmavidan Varishtaha. He is the best among the wise men. See, friends, nobody can help us. We have to work ourselves. Satyena labhya tapasa hesha atma samyak jnanena brahmacharyena nityam antasharire jyotirmayo hi shubhraha yam pashyati yataya kshina doshaha. Now this tattva is satyena labhya tapasa. Hold on to the satya, the truth. What is the satya? Is the existence, sat. It is that sat which is not opposed to anything. Square is opposed to the triangle. The round is opposed to the oblong. Tall is opposed to the short. The truth is not opposed to anything. Just being. Satyena labhya tapasa. So, what is the tapasya we have to do? Tapasya is this. Give up obsessions about anything in life. We are all suffering from these obsessions. A particular thing should be done. Not everything is okay. Once you take this stand, then you get opportunities to practice this. I tell you one place I have practiced this. In Mumbai, in the Prempuri ashram, my lectures are held on the 5th floor. When I went there, the watchman to Swamiji, your talks are on the ground floor today. I said, okay. When I was going there, the trustee came. Swamiji, why are you going there? I said, to see a movie. No, Swamiji, your talks are on the 5th floor. You are a watchman told. Who is he? A watchman? No, you cannot go there. All the TV, camera, Sanskar channel, whatever they were, all ready, focusing everything. And I was to just sit and start the talk. No, not here. We'll go on the 5th floor. I will see who can stop it. So I said, okay, we'll go up there and to the glass house. We'll take it up there. Thereafter, I went and sat in the room. I told that boy there, hey, get me a nice cup of tea. He got a cup of tea and I was enjoying. Another person came. He said, Swamiji, what are you doing? I said, dancing. You see me, I am taking tea. What are you doing? Unwanted questions. Then he said, see, they have just dismantled everything and you are taking up there and you are so relaxed. Are you not disturbed? I said, look here, I only think. Do you think those who are sitting on the ground floor, they were listening? And those who go in the 5th floor, they will not listen? I know. Nobody listens. I am here only to talk. Talking is in my mouth. Hearing is in your ears. What can I do? I can't catch your ears. Friends, refuse to react in life. Somebody tells you are dumb and you become angry. Not because they called you dumb. He also knows. See, my friends, life is like a cup of tea. It depends how you make it. Boil it too much, make it bitter and suffer. Or have the right concentration you want. So satyena labhya tapasa hesha atma. Then samyak jnanena. Samyak jnana is complete, perfect understanding. What is the perfect understanding? Be attentive. Do we have the experience of our absence? No. Therefore, is it necessary to tell that I am? No. Then keep mouth shut. Over. But then I get bored, then suffer. Those who get bored of themselves, you can understand what must be the tragedy of the people who come in their contact. Original boredom. So, samyak jnanena, then brahmacharyena nityam. Brahmacharya basically means, in Yoga Vasishta, this thought comes. Tat chintanam, tat kathanam, anyonyam tat prabodhanam, etat ekaparatvam cha brahmabhyasa vidurbudhaha. The wise masters say, the same theme. You think, you talk, and you discuss with others. There is no other theme. We don't have to worry about anything in this world. We are here for only one purpose. We should be such a fit instrument that the divine will choose us. Kabirji says, I don't run after God. God is running after me. Kabir, Kabir, I run away. See? And who will like us when we are an asset, not a liability? Therefore, brahmacharya, hold on to the truth. All other things are okay. Don't become serious about it. Nityam, and it is not only half an hour meditation, rest of the dhum dhadaka. No. Nityam, then antasharire. Don't have to look outside anywhere. It is something like that. Try to see with your eyes inside. What will happen? Eyes will disappear. Try to think about the mind. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi. Manasam tu kim margane krute naiva manasam marga arjavat. Try to think about mind. What is the mind? Mind will disappear. And then we come to discover that which exists in the absence of everything is the truth. And for that, this technique. Listen to silence. Silence is absence of sounds. But sounds only are heard by the ears. But how can we listen to the silence? This is what your spiritual practice. So, let the sounds come. You don't get disturbed. So, hearing is happening because hearer is not born. Therefore, no disturbances. So, antasharire, jyotirmayo hi shubhraha. So, it is self-effulgent. We don't have to do anything for being. Therefore, I don't know whether the book is here or not. Knowing is being. Based on the Saddarshanam of Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, a very beautiful book has come out. Knowing is being. You cannot know without being, and you cannot be without knowing. So, antashariri jyotirmayo shubhraha yam pashyati yataya kshina doshaha. Those teachers, those masters, kshina doshaha, they do not have any limitations of relative existence. Satyameva jayati nandrutam satyena pantha vitato devayanaha yena kramanti rushaya yaptakamaha yatra tat satyasya paramam nidhanam. See? This is what comes in our that Ashoka Stambha, Satyameva jayate. But this is stolen from here. And that is also wrong stolen. In our temple, on the back side it is written, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. After Namo, there is a Visarga. It is wrong. Remove that. Then Namo has taken away the Visarga. Actually, Namaha. Like Om Namaha Shivaya. You cannot say Om Namaha Bhagavate. No. The Sanskrit rules are there. Remove that thing. This is the problem. I don't see what is good. So, Satyameva Jayate. See, and further also it is said here, Nanrutam. That Nanrutam they have not put there because they have to practice that. All corruption. So, Satyameva Jayate na Anrutam. Anrutam cannot sustain. Satyena Pantha Vitato Devayanaha. When you just hold on to the reality to the exclusion of everything. See, friends. And this can be done only through wisdom. There is no other way. We don't have to throw anything anywhere. We don't have to renounce anything. You don't have to change anything. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be happy. You have learned all spirituality. Don't have that wrong notion. When you become Babaji, you are spiritual. No. In Rishikesh, every day there is a Bhandara. So all the Babajis come, 100, 200, 300, 400. And you observe their discussion. यार कल भी जलेबी आज भी जलेबी लड्डू देते तो ठीक होता ब्रह्मन See, how can you be miserable in this world? Everywhere, big drama is going on. See? Therefore, I told you the principle, being extraordinary is not spiritual life. Be ordinary. We don't have to prove anything to anybody. Patanjali Maharshi says in his Yoga Sutras, which was commented by Veda Vyasa, all the siddhis, they are obstacles on the path of evolution. Like this world is an obstacle for walking the spiritual path, in the same manner, when you control all the powers of the Prakriti, then you have got all the siddhis. And when you have got any siddhi, do you think you will keep quiet? You want to exhibit it, show to others. I was in Shimla, in a Sindhi house. An old couple called me for food. Only two of them. So I went. And then Amma said, Swamiji, it will take 15-20 minutes. Please don't mind. I said, don't worry. I will watch the TV. So he said, no, Swamiji, no TV. Wait a minute. So I had to wait. He got the harmonium, kept it on the table. And he said, Swamiji, I said, look here, I don't play that dabba. No. Then he said, I am learning music for last 1 week. And I want to show you. Excited. And then he opened, and then nothing is coming. What happened? Ask his wife, did you do anything? I don't touch your dabba. Take it away. Since morning, I'm fed up. She scolded him. But he was not able to do it. I said, Mahatmaji, those things, knobs you have to pull. Oh, I forgot. Excitement pulled, they came in his hand. Can you imagine? Now this useless thing, Saregama Padini, that he has learned, he wants to exhibit. Those who have got great siddhis, do you think they will keep quiet? See, friends, recognize this. In the life of Tukaram Maharaj, this event comes. When he was dancing in the Lord's name, the Riddhi Siddhi came. You know Riddhi Siddhi, wives of Ganeshji. So they said, we are sent by the Lord, please ask what you want. He said, I don't want anything. No, no, it is not possible. Otherwise we will be punished. If we don't give anything, if we don't give you anything, it is wrong on our part. We have to give something. He said, but I don't want anything. See, but if I go like that, we will be punished again. So, this Tukaram Maharaj, okay. If you are punished because of me, I'll ask something. They were very happy. When you go back, don't come again. See, friends, protect yourself from Riddhi Siddhi. All the various Siddhis, they are the biggest obstacle on the spiritual path. Therefore, you see in the Siddha Marga, they always talk about last life, this life, next life. Because according to them, there is one soul per body. Like one soul per shoe. There is not common soul for all the shoes. Therefore, here we are clearly told, who is this Jiva? Find out. Only telling last life, this life, whose life? Who died? Who is born? Vedanta tells you, death is a big bluff. मरने भी नहीं देते. No. See, as much birth is a big bluff, death is also a big bluff. Therefore, satyameva jayate nandrutam satyena pantha vitato devayanaha yena akramati rushaya yaptakamaha. So, which are the masters who walk this path? Aptakamaha. They are having zero desires in their life. Jo thari rahe, so mari rahe. Don't give yourself any choice. You will be happy. The moment you opt for anything, you have designed your miseries. So, aptakamaha yatra tat satyasya paramam nidhanam. So, what is oneness with the divine? Freedom from desires. So, what is the takeaway of this retreat? Desire fulfillment is not spiritual life. Freedom from any desire, including God realization. Be just an instrument. Then He will manifest. Here only it comes that Yamai Vesha Vrunute Tena Labhyaha Tassesha Atma Vivrunute Tanum Swam. See? Slowly, when we seek the truth to the exclusion of everything, then the truth is revealed in our own heart. The more you work on this line, you'll enjoy. You don't work, I will enjoy. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.